Hey guys, welcome to Planning with Crystal. So today's unboxing is the Hotel Chocolat, the Inventing Room, and this box is for February 2021. So if you're new to the Inventing Room and you have no idea what this subscription is, it's essentially a pretty recent one that Hotel Chocolat brought out. I've unboxed every single one of these because I signed up when the box first came out. I pay for all this myself, this is on my own opinion, etc. It costs £30 a month, including delivery in the UK, and the idea behind this is that you're almost part of the Hotel Chocolat Inventing Room team, or that's how they kind of sell it to you. Essentially, you get a selection of items that have not been put on sale in the Hotel Chocolat stores or online, and you are there to kind of taste test, let them know which items you like, which ones you don't, and that helps to inform which items will go on sale in the Hotel Chocolat stores in the future. As part of this, you can also register to go to an online event where you get to speak to members of the Hotel Chocolat Inventing Room team. You get to share your ideas, have a bit of a laugh and a chat with other members, things like that. It's pretty cool, although on average I find when you sign up for one of the dates you only get to attend about once every other month because they've got more members than they have places, which is not ideal, but there we go. So the February box. So it says here, there's also an Inventing Room community apparently, which I didn't know anything about. It's on Facebook, so they've recently opened that, okay. And it says here, if you've been with us since the first box, you'll have tried 36 new chocolate recipes so far, including 16 filled chocolates, 3 biscuits and 2 macarons, plus nibs, puddles, sultanas, hot chocolates and spreads. It's all about the red and green cards, and you've waved plenty on our online surveys, over 6,000 green and 2,500 red to date. So the idea is when the Hotel Chocolat team have their meetings, if people show a red card, it's no, we are not going to forward this to our stores, we're not going to make this chocolate or whatever it might be. Green is, yes we will. And usually these votes have to be unanimous before they will actually pass the item over to be produced. So as usual with this subscription, you get some information here on like a little newsletter, and it also tells you a little bit of information. This month it's all about the ethics in Ghana, and that is one thing that Hotel Chocolat are big on. They are big on supporting the farmers, and they are the only British chocolate company, I believe, that can kind of say that. They've got their own section of an island where they're paying the farmers a fair price for everything they're making and encouraging them to kind of set up their own family businesses to support the families. So they do a lot of good work, so you can't fault them for that. Yes, the chocolate's expensive, but it's great quality and they are doing great things for people behind the company as well. So you also get a little leaflet, tells you all the ingredients of everything in the box. Because you don't get to choose, everyone gets the same thing. You obviously want to check for things like allergens if that's a concern for you. So, your February selection. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you every single chocolate that comes in this month's box, and chocolate products, because they're not just chocolates. And I'm going to do a bit of a taste test, let you know what I think of the items this month. So stick around if you want to see that. So as is pretty standard with this box, you get a filled selection in a little box like this, and this has been the same in every single box, but the chocolates inside are different. So you generally get 2 of each of the 4 filled chocolates that you are trying, and you'll notice the packaging is just plain brown with a label on the front, and that's because they've obviously not made the retail packaging for it because they're not retail products. So I guess it kind of adds to that theme of you're part of the Inventing Room team when you're being sent these like super special rare chocolates. Because that's the downside. If you find one you really like and they decide not to make it, you can't get hold of them. So that's another layer to it. Anyway, let's start off with the first chocolate on our list, which is a rum caramel. So it's got a shell like this. Made with Chairman's Reserve rum, distilled down the road from our cacao farm in St. Lucia. Its rich molasses notes make a mean cocktail with a layer of runny caramel. Does it tick your boxes? Doesn't actually tell me what this shell is made out of. Possibly milk. Nice little crunch there, and that's what it looks like inside. So it's nice and gooey with that layer of caramel. So when I'm tasting this chocolate, first of all you just get the nice crunch of the shell. you get sticky sweet caramel, which is, the caramel is just amazing. And then lastly, and this is what I like about Hotel Chocolat, there's so many different layers to the chocolates and the things that they put in it that you kind of get different tastes. They're like layered as you go through it rather than just getting one taste, you get different layers. So I'm not a big one for alcoholic chocolates because I don't actually drink alcohol. But this just gives you that nice warming effect of the rum afterwards, which is actually very, very pleasant. Like I said, even for somebody who doesn't drink alcohol, it is really pleasant. And you can tell it's a really good quality rum. I like that. So next up, we have got carrot cake. Now, carrot cake is actually part of their sort of standard range. All they've done differently for this particular version is they've actually put dried carrot pieces on the top. It says they called it carrot cake version 2, whereas then sort of standard core range version just has some little dots on top. So it says this has the same filling as the classic you know and love, but we've decorated it with real carrot pieces to make it even more authentic. Now we think it's perfect. What do you think? So you can see it's got that really vibrant orange colour, and it really does taste like carrot cake. So in terms of the dried carrot on the top, if I'm honest with you, because the filling's the same and everything else about it is the same, I don't really notice any major kind of taste difference. I suppose having dried carrot on it is a bit more authentic than just having a few coloured dots on the top. So in that sense, that's fine, but actually kind of don't mind either way. So that's my thoughts on that one. But it is nice and it does taste of carrot cake. And you know that vibrant kind of orange colour in the middle? They don't use any artificial colourings or flavourings. Everything is natural. So somehow they've achieved that naturally. So that's pretty impressive. So don't be put off by the bright orange because it can make you think, what the heck is in this? But nothing scary, so that's good. Next up, we have got the Nicaragua Almond Praline. It says Nicaragua Patagalpa, 76% milk with a salted almond praline. We want the cream ganache to show off this single origin curvature's complex flavour notes, smoky, savoury and roasted, warming. Is it working? I love how they stamp the rabots on the front there. So these are quite interesting. We had a chocolate made from a similar makeup in last month's box, and it's interesting because it's a milk chocolate, but it almost tastes like a dark chocolate. Now, that's quite interesting because sometimes people don't like dark or they don't like milk, and this is sort of somewhere in between the two. So it's an interesting one. So it's one I think if you like dark, you will like, but I'm not sure if you will enjoy it if you just like milk chocolate. Don't all these chocolates just have the most amazing crunch sound when you bite into them? And that's what the inside looks like. So it's got that kind of more solid inside. It's not oozing, it's just sort of drier texture in the middle. Okay, so for me, it's really bitter. I don't mind dark chocolate, it's not my favourite. This is really like a dark chocolate. Really bitter undertones. I do get some roasted notes. I don't really get warming, I don't get smoky, I just get bitter. And it's not actually that pleasant a taste, so I think this would be a thumbs down for me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all. If you like dark chocolate, you'll probably love it, but for me, it's just bitter and not pleasant. Next up, we've got some macarons. So we've actually got two different macarons here. So these macarons are the chocolate Americano macaron and the chocolate latte macaron. So this one is your latte, this one is your Americano. It says Americano or latte. Here's a taste test of two of our latest coffee macaroon creations. Which one should go in our range? Latte or Americano? They look the same in terms of the chocolate discs that are on the top and the bottom. It's just the filling that's different. So I'm going to go in with latte first, I think. I do like their macarons, but they are pricey. That's what that looks like. So it's almost like milk covered coffee beans. That's what the latte one tastes like to me. So it does have a little bit of a taste of latte, but more than anything, you just feel like if you've ever had chocolate covered coffee beans, which I like, it's like you bit into those and then there's a little bit of milky taste with it. I do like the macarons though, where they're like the two thin chocolate discs and that nice soft centre. And there is Americano. I personally prefer the Americano, even though Coffee wise, I quite often prefer a milky coffee. I don't think it quite hits milky coffee. I actually think Americano does a better job. It's just like biting into the taste of coffee beans, whereas the latte version is similar but doesn't quite hit properly on that milk flavouring. So yeah, Americano for me. Next up, we have got some biscuits. We've got the cinnamon caramel cookie. So we get 2 identical ones in individually wrapped packets. Their biscuits are amazing. Again, super expensive, but really, really good. So it says, you love this biscuit enrobed in 50% milk chocolate in the first inventing room box. I did. But this one has a spicy twist. Gentle cinnamon blended with caramel chocolate makes this a slightly sweeter treat, but just as delicious. And it says cocoa and spice and all things nice. And just look at that biscuit. They even have the little Hotel Chocolat stamp on the top. It almost looks too good to bite into. That is very, very nice. But I would say, if you don't like cinnamon, you're not going to like it, because you do get that cinnamon taste right across the palate. There's no avoiding it. It's got cinnamon in there. Now, I like cinnamon, so it's all good. I like the makeup of the biscuit. It's this nice kind of crumbly biscuit, which has got almost like the taste of cacao nibs in there as well. This chocolate's just incredible on the outside, and then this nice thick white on top definitely adds something extra. So I like that biscuit a lot. Might actually be better than the one that we got in the first box, but I can't remember because that was a while ago. I've eaten a lot of chocolate since then. Pack C, we have got some salted Honduran milk pistachios. This is like a bag of them. Quite common that they do this. They give us like a bag of something, maybe a couple of biscuits, that filled selection box. So this is quite typical of these boxes. And I like that they come in these like resealable bags as well, in case you don't want to eat them all at once. So this is what these look like. It says pistachio to the max, panned in creamy Honduras Mayan red 65% milk and blended with pistachio paste and guarande sea salt for a savoury edge. Are you as nuts about this as we are? So I like pistachios, not sure about that red Mayan milk with it. Don't think this is quite for me. Next up, we have got Pack D, which is called Fire and Ice and is a little bit of a smaller pack. So this is described as a chocolate of extremes. These are like a thin sort of disc, almost like the macaron with nothing inside. But this says cooling mint ganache followed by a big kick of chili as the dark shell melts. We've played around with this wicked flavour pairing for years, but we think we finally found the perfect balance with these chocolate thins. What do you think? So they sell these in the main range with just mint inside, but this has obviously got chili in as well. You see, for me, get the lovely mint chocolate, which I love, but then the chili comes through and sort of spoils it. I'm not quite sure I like that. Definitely a little bit something different, but you'd have to really like chili and spice to enjoy that in your chocolate. It might just be I need to eat a few more to get used to that taste and enjoy it a little more. Sometimes that happens. Next up, we have got a battle of the hot chocolates. So we've got a hot chocolate trio. It says there's disagreement in the kitchen. Vanilla White is the original white chocolate, but should one of these 2 new contenders take the white chocolate crown? Help us decide with this triple taste off. Which one is your favourite? So the 3 flavours they have included is creme brulee hot chocolate, which is brand new. It isn't one they currently make. So this is like a blend between a caramel and a white chocolate. They've also sent us the caramelized white hot chocolate and the vanilla white hot chocolate. So the only one out of these that is definitely in the range right now, I have one here, is the vanilla white drinking chocolate, and oh my gosh, it almost tastes too good to be allowed. It is just like they have melted down the most amazing vanilla white chocolate. Oh, blended with milk. Oh, it's incredible. It's actually my favourite hot chocolate, I think, at the minute. And this is what the vanilla white hot chocolate looks like. So it's actually flakes of real pieces of white chocolate, and it's got little flecks of vanilla in there too. Could totally just eat that off the spoon. So the idea of this is they want you to taste all 3 hot chocolates and let them know whether they should have all 3 in the range or maybe just the new creme brulee version. I would be amazed if any of the other two taste as good as the currant vanilla white that they do, because it's just incredible. We shall see. So that'll be something interesting for me to try out. I do have the velvetizer as well, and I do find that just makes a brilliant hot chocolate out of just about anything you use. But if you use the Hotel Chocolat's hot chocolates, it's even better. I'll put a card here actually if you want to check out my use of the hot chocolate machine. And I also filmed a series of like recipes of random household chocolate that I turned into hot chocolates as well, if that's your thing. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of this video that I've just done? Because I've done it in a slightly different style to how I've done previously. The last few unboxings I've done of this, a lot of the video has been shot from overhead, just showing the chocolates rather than my kind of face and my reaction to it. So let me know which one you prefer. And you can check out the playlist of these videos if you want to see what's come in previous month's boxes of this, because you don't always know what's going to come in these boxes, so it is a little bit of a surprise. So it says here for next month's box, the eagle-eyed among you will notice that last month we promised you something a bit different to what's actually in the box. To be honest, I'd forgotten. The thought of having to wait another month to show off the cinnamon cookie and the new carrot cake was just too hard. But you will see Kiri's crunchy peanut masterpiece next month. So don't know if that's like a biscuit or something, because there is a little picture here of the pillow biscuit, so perhaps that's like a peanut butter biscuit. Oh, that'd be amazing. I love their peanut butter everything that they make, so yeah, that would be good. So you also have the opportunity, like I said, to send your feedback to Hotel Chocolat once you've tasted all these chocolates, so they will take all that into account when deciding what to release in the future. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up. It lets me know you're enjoying the content I'm producing. I'd love it if you'd subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified when my next video goes live. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.